Today on Market Trends, we're talking about the Good Life City. So Carrie, you were in hospitality. Tell us a little bit about the Good Life City and things people need to know.
There's so many things to do in Albany that most people may not actually know. Attractions, my favorites, obviously. I have childhood memories at Chi Hall. My papa used to take me. It's such a special place, and I enjoy taking my little boy now. Newer attractions that weren't around, not so many years ago when I was a young girl. Flint River Aquarium, of course, across the street from where we are right now.
Yep, Turtle Park.
Turtle Park.
Was not here when we were little girls.
No, but I have since spent many hours there with little Elliot. The Civil Rights Museum, which is huge, just a couple of streets over from here. And then Thronatisca as well. I mean, there's just so many things to do that not a lot of people really know.
Well, and one thing that people kind of forget about us, we're real estate professionals, but we're also the experts on our city. So I give a lot of city tours, do you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, not only, especially for people that are considering relocating or they are relocating to the, I feel an obligation to sell my city.
Absolutely.
I love my city.
Absolutely. Well, I don't think that you can do what you and I do for a living if you don't love your city. I mean, you used to work in hospitality. When you came to me and you said, I want a career in real estate, I loved how passionate you were about Albany, and I really think your knowledge of the city helps you with your interactions with your client every day. Would you agree?
I would, and it helps me to, I sometimes kind of feel like an ambassador because I do love it so much, and I want people to know as much of the good, wonderful, positive things about Albany, so they will hopefully grow to love it like I do. I've spent my whole life here.
Absolutely. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Radium Springs.
Radium Springs.
Which was around when we were little.
Absolutely. Radium Springs was actually my neighborhood.
Really?
I grew up on a farm, and me and my papa lived in Radium Springs, so that's where I got to ride my bicycle. That's where I went to church, Radium Springs Baptist Church, and so it was just my other world outside of the farm, and I adore Radium, and I am so excited to see what has been done over there near where the casino used to be.
Right.
Now the exercise area there with the walking trail, and the talks of opening the springs back up are very exciting because it was such a huge part of my childhood, and I mean, and my adult life even now.
Yeah, I remember being a teenager and going down to the springs. Well, kind of on that note, in addition to being, great restaurants and breweries like we are today, there's lots of places to exercise and parks. I know they have a bicycle trail down here in downtown. So we not only have inside places to go visit, but a lot of parks and outdoor recreation.
Oh, absolutely, which will be great now once the weather starts warming up. I mean, wonderful walking trails out at Chi Hall as well. There's just so much to offer.
There's a 10-mile run, a trail that I want to do at Chi Hall that I hadn't done. Have you done it?
No, of 10 miles? No, I have not done it yet.
We'll make a date.
We can do that.
So, Carrie, sites and attractions are different for everybody, what's important to them. Somebody moving here from out of town or out of state, what do you think would be important to them here?
I would say, especially after the year that we had last year, is having good, big, wide open spaces to get out and explore nature and stay fit and healthy.
Such a good point, because we're in downtown right now, and we can see Turtle Park. Mm-hmm. We're right there by the bike trail. We're right by where the marathon runs through here, Snickers Marathon every year, which is a huge Boston Marathon qualifier. I think people don't understand what great roads and trails we have down here.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think that people understand how big of a deal our marathon is to a city of this size.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Well, we have people coming from all over the country because besides being one of the last Boston qualifiers, it's flat here. What a nice run.
Yeah. Well, and not all
After we do the 10-miler, we could start doing some marathon training.
Get on it. One more drink.
One more.
Well, and not only from all over the country, people come from all over the world.
That's true.
To run in this marathon.
Absolutely.
It's a really big deal. I think we're very lucky to have the trails here downtown, the trails out at Chi Hall, the walking trail at Meredith. You just don't have to go far to find a nice outdoor space to either exercise or explore nature.
Absolutely, and I do want to mention we're right down here by the Civic Center. You and I both work with Spectrum, who manages the Civic Center, and they've started doing Friday on the Flint. You know, before COVID, and hopefully it'll come back. But that's just right around the corner, so you can go and listen to a band, or they do the drive-through movies, and then come around here, go to the brewery, go to the Flint.
Right.
You know, eat dinner. It's just, it's nice. It's small town, but some big city feels.
Well, it does, and I mean now that downtown is progressing in the way that it is, I
Right.
mean, it does kind of feel like you're out of town when you come downtown.
Right.
We now have restaurants down here. There's a brand new bakery, a boutique clothing for women, and of course, the beautiful brewery.
And you're
it's
not
just-
going to
it's
sit in
simple.
traffic.
No, you can be here in 10 minutes from Doublegate. I
Yep.
mean, you know, it's just,
I got here in 10 minutes from the office.
I mean, it's our city is so easily accessible, and thankfully there's something fun and interesting to do 10, 15 minutes from wherever you are.
Absolutely. So as always, I hope you all have enjoyed watching this as much as we've enjoyed filming it. Can we end with a toast?